Hello there and welcome back. It is the last three games of the season in our first season with Blackburn Rovers, where we did want to take them to the Premiership, but it doesn't look likely anymore. It is so frustrating to have gotten to the end of the season and miss out by what could potentially be points, small points. In this episode, we are going to be playing the last three games against Preston, Luton, and Millwall. Where we're sat in the table, that is 8th place currently with 63 points, and the last playoff spot is up for grabs still. Blackpool have it with 71. But if you look at that, it's an 8-point swing with only 3 points to go. It's mathematically possible, but realistically, the dream is over. And honestly, after coming this far, I'm pretty gutted about it. Our form over the last month and a half, 2 months, has been extraordinary. With just one loss to Stoke, but key draws against Birmingham, Hull, Coventry. Although we're picking up a point, we've lost 6 there, and what that would have done for our running at the end of the season is massive. So fairly gutted about that. But let's see if we can end the season on a high. It's Preston, Luton, Millwall. Let's try and take 9 points. Let's push all the way to the end. Hopefully we'll build upon this for next season. Let's get this season out the way first, see how we end. If you have been watching the series, thanks so much for watching it. Make sure you keep dropping them likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss out. And let's see how we get on in this one and look forward to season 2. Cheers for watching this one. Let's crack on straight into it then. Right, okay, so we play Preston in our first game. We were 22nd. We've come to the back end of the season. Injuries have hit us hard. So Dax injured, Gallagher's injured, Britton's injured, Carter's injured, Dolan's injured. The fatigue levels are down massively. Obviously, we'll see how we get on when we come to that Preston match. We've got 3 recovery days to go, 3 rest periods and a recovery to go till then. So hopefully we get it back. And we are keep pushing Leeds to sign Joe Gelhardt next year on a loan. I definitely can't afford his price. And his wages also, obviously 18.5k, making the highest paid player in the squad, I think. So we are trying to just tempt him into it. So we'll offer him the 11.2, which I think is fair enough if we want to keep a player. And we'll offer him £15 million optional future fee, knowing more than likely that unless we get into the Prem and hit something big, we're not going to pay that. It's just more to tempt him in. So we'll see this works with them. And then another one as well that we're going to pick up, hopefully for next year on a loan, is Tyler Morton. And yet again, we've baited him in here with an optional future fee of 26 million. We're not ever going to be able to afford that. But Tyler Morton on loan next year will be a massive help to us, especially when we're only having to contribute to, well, we're paying his max wages at 2,500 per week. That's absolutely peanuts, to be honest with you, to get a 20-year-old defence midfielder, 3.5 stars in hours at a deep line playmaker. If we keep him for another year, that's going to be unbelievable for us. Obviously, we'll take this. We're never going to sign him after next season, but if he gets us back into the Prem next season, it's absolutely worth it. So we'll definitely accept them demands. And we did tempt Leeds in with that loan offer as well for Joe Gelhardt. So we now keep Tyler Morton and Joe Gelhardt into next year. This is very good. Well, let's hold off actually. So Leeds have accepted it. Let's see if Joe Gelhardt accepts it. And then obviously, as you can see here, we are favourites for this match, and so we should be. Although, look at that, Preston have won the last 2 games that they've played. But we should be beating Preston. They're 22nd in the league. We're better than them. We're on a great run of form. We're still without Sam Gallagher and Callum Britton, which is frustrating. Hopefully, we'll get them back for the next match. So let's look at what we can do for the team. And now the team news. So, quite a lot of players on heavy match load. We will swap some of our main ones over. So look, we've got Pickering who can go back in for Clinton Mola. Not a problem with that one. Lewis Travis, obviously he can go back in. Probably put him in for Tyler Morton, who's feeling it a bit more than Adam Wharton. Sam Wharton at centre-back. He can go in for Daniel Ayala. And that is going to be the team for this. Obviously, Hedges feeling a bit of fitness. Probably only going to get a half out of him at max. Both our strikers feeling it as well. Okay then, so here we go against Preston. We're away from home. It's 22nd, plays 8th. We have to win all 3 games if we even want to try and go up. It's probably near impossible. We'll give it a go as Travis is on the ball here to Gelhardt. Hedges. Great ball into Leonard. Oh, maybe should take that shot a little bit earlier. He'll get, he'll have to have that taught into him. Only 19 years old, I suppose, but the best strikers take them chances. Something that I have noticed is I don't think the two up top has worked since we've lost Gallagher. I don't think our replacement strikers have had the same impact as what we wanted him to do. So I'm thinking maybe we just switch that back to the 3-1 like this. Gelhardt up front, and maybe now Bradley Dack gets involved for Leonard. Pickering whips the ball in. Nothing there. Preston on the break already. And they kind of stuttered, and we're allowed to gain shape. Good win of the ball there. Wharton into Hedges. Can he do anything? He's made a run to the box. He's fired it over the bar. We've got to put one of these chances away soon, and we've given the ball away. Well, we've been let off the mark here. We have been let off the mark. Very attacking. What's the point at this stage? We might feel a bit hard done by when the season finishes that we didn't manage to make that last playoff, but it's games like this where we don't deserve it. We're away. I get we're away at home. That's not a problem. But it's 22nd in the league, Preston, and we're not managing to put the ball in the back of the net. It is now impossible for us to finish any higher than 8th place, and that's because Watford got a result, and Blackpool. Look at that, Blackpool with some determination to win away from home 3-2, and that's why they're in the playoffs and we're not. Right, let's get over the disappointment of Preston. That is another 0-0 draw for us. And look at this. So you can pinpoint exactly when Sam Gallagher gets injured for this team, because it's this win here against Sheffield United 4-2 where he gets his goals. And then look at this since then. So Sam Gallagher's been injured since then. We scored 2-1-1, 2-0, 2-1, 0-0. Previous to that, we're scoring 4-4, 4-3-3. Look at this. Like, it shows how much we really do miss him in our team. And unfortunately, we do disappoint our supporters as we miss the Sky Bet Championship playoffs. That was an objective to do by the end of this season. It's just as frustrating for me as it is for them. I genuinely am gutted to get to this point and not do it, especially on that run that we went through. But that first bit of the season killed us. This period here is what has absolutely done us. That was 2, 4, 6 losses on the bounce. We've lost to people who we should have lost to. You know, you've got your Watfords, Middlesbrough, Sunderlands. They've smashed it. Burnley, we threw that one away. That could have been another point. Norwich, we threw that one away. So there are places where we did throw away wins. But this period here, for me, is what's killed it for us. Even just a point or two in this run here. It is what it is. We move on and we go to Luton. And unfortunately, Tyler Morton has rejected our offer of staying at Blackburn for next season, which is, I mean, mega frustrated, but I suppose if you as a Liverpool 20-year-old, you're going to want to try and break into that team or play for someone maybe in the Premiership or abroad, so fair enough. But the positive news is Joe Gelhardt has said yes, he does want to stay, so we have got to commit to the 11.25k contributed wages. That will be a big ask for us. We'll have to do some clearing out this summer and hopefully we get a better wage budget, and he eats into that already straight away. But for me, taking this lad on loan for next year is going to be pivotal for us. If we have a full season of him and Gallagher up front in that two striker formation, we smash it next year easily. So we'll definitely accept that one. But this is welcome news. Sam Gallagher is in full-time training. So I reckon we bring him on at half-time as a sub and just see how he gets on. So Leonard is out of the squad and we need to find us a new striker. I can't put Gallagher straight in. It'd be so irresponsible to do. I think we'll play the 3-1 formation. Gelhardt up front. Put Bradley Dack in this holding role at cam. So game kicks off. We're kind of just playing now for pride. We're playing to finish in that 8th position in the table. And we also, you know, we want to be beating the Lutons. We want to start, like, thinking about next season, letting them know that we'll be in and about it. Although Luton are playing the ball around and making us look a little bit rubbish here. That shouldn't have been played through. Good tackle there. Phillips on the yellow card already. It's a lot of play through here. Gelhardt gets the ball. And he smashed it outside the box, top right-hand corner, and he's in the back of the net. And that had literally caught me off surprise. There was so much passing going on that I just thought that we'd end up losing possession, but Gelhardt has smashed it. Luton go long. We win that ball back. Nicely done from Hedges again. He's really stepped up this year, Hedges. Gelhardt, what a goal. 21 goals this season. What a player. And we've got his services for next year on loan as well. Looking forward to that. It's games like this that I love. Like, I don't even have to tell the players what to do. Don't have to encourage them. They're just getting on with it. They're doing the job. Oh, that is unlucky. Gelhardt could have got... That's a penalty. Will Gelhardt get his first half hat-trick? Yes, he does. Well played. Really happy for him there. And that means that we can comfortably put Sam Gallagher on the field when the time is right, as we go into half-time at 3-0. Maybe take a couple of these players on a yellow card off as well. Carter through to Bradley Dack. That's another penalty. Will Gelhardt get a fourth? Oh no, Bradley Dack's taking this one. Interesting. Oh, he's put it down the middle. That is unselfish from Gelhardt. Interesting though, you would have thought he took it. He must have been somewhere with the running of the Golden Boot. We've absolutely hammered them this match. It's full time. It's 4-0 to us. 2 penalties, Joe Gelhardt with a hat-trick, and possibly, even though the hat-trick and 4-0 aside, the most pleasing thing is Sam Gallagher on the field again. So with that win against Luton, who were in 12th place, puts on 67 points and up into 8th. We're only 4 points behind Watford. Obviously can't go above them, but it just shows if we just converted some of them draws into wins, where we would be. Yeah, it's been a bit of a frustrating one. I know I keep saying it, but I just want to get the season out of the way. Millwall 21st in the league. We're 8th, and we can only be 8th. We can actually drop positions here. We could go as low as... We could end up 10th. We want to finish the top half of the table, so we have to win this game to maintain that position. So let's just get straight into the Millwall game. It's a week away. Good rest for the players. So... even though we could potentially end up finishing 10th, that is still beating the objective of finishing the top half of the league, and the board have already passed that objective off. We have done that. We're on schedule to do that. We've completed it. So although, yes, it was disappointing not to hit the playoffs like the fans wanted, the board only wanted a top half finish, and we achieved that. So have we done what we set out to do this season? The answer is yes. As the manager, do we feel like we've underperformed? The answer is yes. It's a bit of a weird scenario, but you set yourself high standards and high expectations, and when you don't reach them, it is frustrating. But that's what it is. That is Football Manager for you. Now, a bit of an interesting one that's come from our recruitment advice summary from our director of football. Players for transfer list, Bradley Dack. Now, the reason is to ease wage bill concerns. Now, to be fair to him, I can understand where he's coming from. He's 29 years old. He'll be 30 next season. And he is a 15.75k player. Could we get in 2 youngsters for that money? Yes, probably. Could we generate £1 million to £2 million worth of sale from him? Yes, probably. So I do understand it. We did tie him down to a new contract, hence why he got that bump up in wage. The one that I'm confused by is Ashley Phillips. You want me to sell our 17-year-old wonder kid who could be a 4 to 5 star player? Yes, he's on 15k a week, but that's till 2026. If we could keep him till 2026, this valuation here, we're looking at 30 to 40 to 50 million pounds. What a mad suggestion that is, and I think we'll definitely ignore that one. I can't believe they've suggested it. So as we go into our last game of the season, we are favourites to go and beat Millwall. We have to travel to Millwall's ground, the Den. Obviously, we're on that nice little run of not losing a game now since the end of March. Can we finish the season off unbeaten in, what will this be, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 games? 10 game end to the season winning. Hopefully, let's do it. Let's see what we can do. And these are the players that we have to look forward to in our academy. We've already mentioned a couple of them. Hwang Tae-young, 1.5 stars at just the ripe age of 16 years old, could potentially go to 3.5, even to 4.5 stars if possible. And then some top talents that we've got. We've got Cole, Tom, Liam and Jack play different various positions. But there is some potential here for them to move up into really good areas of potential. We'll probably look to see what we can do with putting them out on loan at some point, but I'm really excited to see how Hwang Tae-young gets on. So, no messing about then. Let's just get straight into this match. Unfortunately, Ashley Phillips picks up 5 yellow cards and is suspended for the last game of the season. We can move into the dressing room and give our players the last boost that we'll get of the season. And on the pitch we go as we face Millwall at the Den. Last game of the season. Can we end it on a high? Sam Gallagher is back. Although I've noticed I should have switched these two round, switch them round there. Pickering long throw into the box, absolutely wasted. I'm not going to end the season on a high doing things like that. Plays the ball over. Oh, he's missed it. We've got away with one 10 minutes in now. 4 shots on target so far. We just really could do with obviously putting one of them away. Katongo and Wharton now with yellow cards. As Wharton, yes, he picks up a yellow card, but he also picks up a goal at the near post. What a header that is. It's half time, and we go in 1-0 up, and so we should be. We've had 5 shots on target. Millwall still not have had a shot. Let's see how much longer we can give Sam Gallagher. Pickering with another corner. Corners seem to be where we're getting some joy out of this game. Good ball in by Pickering. Unlucky. Smodics at the back post. That's a really poor ball. Wharton to Hedges. Gallagher! He marks his return to the starting lineup with a goal after being out injured for 3.5 months with a broken toe. Over the bar there from Millwall. Really pleased for Sam Gallagher there. So Millwall go long from their goal kick. They win the flick on. We need to be winning them balls. Millwall on possession. Our subs on the pitch now as well. Great tackle there. Travis on the ball. Captain the side today. Hoping for a redemption season from him next year. Remember, he had a 6-game ban and then was out injured for another further 5 games as Dax through. And that is why we signed Bradley Dax's contract. I do understand why the board want to get rid of him to free up 15k worth of wages, but he's finishing like that. He's run through the middle, impact sub. That's why we've signed him up for another 2 years at Blackburn Rovers. A literal side foot pass there. Look at the stats on this game. 10 shots on target from this Blackburn side. We run out comfortable winners 3-1 away from home against Millwall. So we're going to end this series and this season here. It's been our first season on Football Manager 2023. We chose Blackburn Rovers. The objective was to get them through to the Premiership. We failed at that in the first season. Now, we're going to come back stronger. That is what the message is. Come back stronger. We finished 8th this year on 70 points. 6 points off the last playoff spot. We threw it away towards this part of the season at the start and towards this middle part of the season where we picked up quite a few losses as well. Too many draws towards the back end of the season. Yes, it was 10 games unbeaten, but there's 2, 4, 6 draws in that run. Really disappointing that we couldn't just convert a couple of them into points. It is what it is. We move on to next year. I think what we'll do is do a little wrap up at the start of the next video in pre-season, see how we've got on. But for now, we will end it there. Thanks so much for watching this first season in the Championship with Blackburn Rovers. Make sure you carry on tuning in for the future videos where we're going to be challenging again in our second season. Let's see what players can sign in pre-season. Hopefully we can have a better one than we had at the start of this season. Make sure you drop in likes on the videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave comments. How did you get on in your first season in Football Manager 2023? Let me know, what team did you pick? Where did you finish? Did you achieve promotional glory? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks so much. Cheers for watching.